So there I was, wandering about on my first day of Stardew Valley. I hit up a saloon, and in the corner of my eye, something catches my attention. An arcade machine. Oh, let's try that thing out. And after many deaths, and my eyes full of nostalgic sprites, I decided that I love this game so much I need to beat it. We can farm later. It's right up my alley. This is the kind of game I grew up playing with my parents' NES. It's like a classic Super C shooter, man. So after even more deaths, I actually managed to beat this gem. And wow, that's a really low percentage achievement. 0.24%. That must be the lowest achievement. I gotta look it up. Oh no, Fector's challenge, huh? A no death run. Well, one more time. Ah, damn. It's getting late. I'll come back tomorrow. Oh, so tired. Ugh. Huh? Oh, wow. Thanks, Doc. Wait, what's this? Oh, wow. They sent me an arcade machine? Well, I was gonna learn how to farm, but who needs it? Let's do it. Zone 1, the Prairie. Even at the first level in the first zone, things can get out of hand. No, stay back. Stay back! Ah! Make sure you're always trying to stay in the center. And as you're dispensing justice on these enemies of the prairie, well, the real bread and butter of your power and your means of survival will become very, very clear. The items! Up, down, left, right, in every diagonal direction. You'll be shooting every which way, right? So pay attention, feller, as these bandits of the prairie drop loot at random. First off, we've got the coins. You'll need them to upgrade your arsenal, and you're gonna need it too. So any coin you come across, get it before it disappears. Do your damnedest to. That goes for even the rarer coin, the spectacular 5 coin, or S coin. It gives you 5 coins. I know, shocker. This, seriously, will save your runs if you're low on coins. It's always a mad dash to get there too. Get this thing before it despawns. Next is that hot cup of coffee. Gives you a temporary speed boost, and it is very useful. Then we've got the screen nuke. Come on, you think of what this does? It's a screen-wide nuke at a cost, alright? Nothing spawns from this kill, I swear. I've never seen a coin, I've never seen a power-up drop from a nuke. So you're really, like, last resort, you want to use this thing. Because you want to be farming as many coins as you can for these upgrades that you'll honestly need to buy to make your flawless run that much more possible. Okay, right on off into the good stuff. The scattergun. The shotgun. Really. I like to call it scattergun. Anyway, it's super reliable, alright? It lasts a very long while. A slight reduction in damage, but it's worth it for that awesome goddamn beautiful spread, alright? In a pinch, it'll save your life. And your flawless run. Right up there with the shotty, we've got the heavy machine gun. Metal Slug, be proud, this machine gun power-up is badass. If I squint, I'm playing a Western Super C, and I love it. It's a hell of an upgrade, but the duration's on the short side, so you might want to use it exactly when you need to, because it won't last very long. Next is one of the very best ones, the Wagon Wheel, an octagon of death. Super useful and lasts a long while. This thing is a great item to pocket. The tombstone. Become an undead outlaw. Your enemies flee in terror, you eat them, and you're invincible. Pretty useful, man. Another transforming item, the smoke bomb. Teleports you to a new location, confusing the enemy and stalling them in place, and giving you brief invincibility. You pick up one of these babies, anytime you get cornered, that's a free escape. And here's something fun with these items. If you have one already in your pocket, the next one you pick up automatically activates. You can become a god! Look at him! Look at me go! Oh my god, there's more bullets on screen than anything else. Oh, holy shit. And to finish this out, we've got the best holy grail of the items, the Sheriff's Badge. Full auto, shotgun spread, and what feels like nearly 30 to 40 seconds of uptime. This is the item you try and save, alright? And remember, this is a deathless run. It's always worth using the item over dying. We get 3 enemy types per zone, and in the prairie, we've got these orc dudes, the spiky ball. They plant down and turn into a tanky ass spike. It takes like 6 shots to take them down after they plant. A huge pain. And we've got ogres. Tanky and slow, we might need some upgrades to deal with them. Oh, okay. Well, that worked out. Here's why we get as many coins as we possibly can. There's 3 upgrades you'll need. 1 that makes your life a little bit easier at the final boss, and the rest are really bonuses. You've got boots, a gun, and bullets. The boots up your speed, only need 1 boot upgrade, and it's cheap as hell. The big stuff comes next, alright? The gun ups your rate of fire. You're gonna need one of these upgrades. You really are. And finally, the necessities are the bullets. They up your damage, okay? So, you'll need to up your damage before each zone change, right? And a rate of fire increase will keep you alive a little bit better. But in zone 2, and especially 3, if you don't have those bullet upgrades, you're gonna have a really harder time. The rest are just personal preference once you have those upgrades. You're relying on RNG for the coins, so don't be afraid of also just ignoring the trader on one visit just to save coins for the real necessity upgrades, okay? And I've seen too many guides just recommending a restart if you're very early, like low on coins, but just screw that. You don't know how much of the game you're really just relying on RNG, so you may as well just work on just perfecting and getting better at each level. And the RNG might go back in your favor at level 2 down the road. As long as you're not dying, you can make some mistakes as long as you're recovering. And at that point, you're just getting better at the game over time anyway. So you're just making your life a lot easier by just committing and going for those runs instead of just always canceling and resetting and playing the first level over and over again for that whatever perfect RNG that's just not really realistic to go for. Now, after taking out the Prairie's army, we've got an outlaw showdown. Now, you'll have to expertly dodge projectiles left and right while predicting that feller's pathing and expertly Or we could do this strategy. Now run down to where his cover is, right? All the way down the bottom area and try and mirror what he's doing. So walk to the left of the wall just a little bit and maybe he'll just run out to the far left all the way. You can run back to the center safely behind his fence and start shooting him diagonally, right? And then if you're really lucky, if you manage to walk a little bit to the right side of the wall, he'll run across the way to that side, spray more and miss you horribly because you're hiding now in the center again. As you can see, I'm showing you probably this as I'm saying this, right? Hopefully. And then he'll even stop sometimes outside of his cover, so then you can hit him even more. And if you have the 1 damage upgrade, he just falls right over anyway. And it's such a night and day difference to what the standard fight I thought this was going to be like, right? So this strategy helped me out greatly. So I couldn't recommend it more. You'll fight one more outlaw down the road, and it's the same strategy, okay? Killing that cowboy drops a tree stump, or a hollow log, I mean, okay. And then some red giant ferrets take you on a chariot? Alright, whatever, that's the, okay. What's important is we made it to the next zone. Zone 2, the forest. Wowza, this was a bit of a rude awakening, okay? This is where that proper spacing I was talking about comes into play. and that damage buff and rate of fire buff too. Oh boy. Returning bad guy, we've got an ogre, and the newbies, we've got evil butterflies, which are, well, you know what? The ogre and the butterflies are merely the distraction for this zone. The real issue becomes pretty clear pretty fast, and those are the fucking mushrooms. Oh my god. Fast. They don't wander around, they go right at you, alright? Ideally, you've got that damage buff and rate of fire buff to deal with these mushrooms. Holy crap. Staying focused, some quick wits, and keeping your power-ups consistently up are the way to survive this. You save the best item you've got, but if you gotta use it, like I said, just use it. Mistakes are okay, dying is not. There's a reason why no one does this fucking achievement. It's super hard. You're not giving yourself any favors by just saving upgrades and not using them and dying a lot. It's dumb. I made a lot of mistakes on my deathless run, alright? Just stay patient, stay positive, and focus. Soon enough, you'll hit boss 2. Same strat. Hug the cover up close and lead them left or right. You've got this down now, I hope. And now for the real struggle. Zone 3, the graveyard. Zoink Scoob, this is getting heavy. Okay, first off, I mean, the music in this game is so good. Oh, every level I'm just bumping it. And then the boss theme kicks in, and it's even more exciting, and then it goes back to the main theme, and I'm even having some more. Oh, it's so good. What's not good is if you don't have the upgrades, and you hit the graveyard, okay? Because the graveyard comes with 2 new enemies. The mummies and the flying devils. Or imps, according to the wiki. I prefer flying devils because they're the devil. They're evil. God, wow. They swarm you, okay? In any direction, those devils will come after you. And they're a 2-hit if you only have 1 bullet upgrade, alright? You need both bullet upgrades to basically have a chance here. Because the amount of imps these last couple levels will throw at you is insane. And if you can only 2-tap them, I mean, it's just it feels like a lost cause, really. And that rate of fire upgrade I told you about, well, that's to help with those mummies, as they're pretty tanky even at the damage buff, and there's a whole lot of them. They swarm you in numbers. These final areas are a gauntlet. Try not to get swarmed. Do everything you can to not get swarmed. Stay moving and smoke them if you got them, alright? Don't be that guy dying all the way here with an unused item in the pocket. Use them. Don't be that guy. All those kills you're getting with that item are going to drop something, especially if you're spacing these items out. You're really going to want to have an item up at all times, right? So try to pick one up as it's disappearing, right? Like, you have one active, you see one over there, try and wait till the last possible second to pick it up, because things just get crazy. So many enemies attack you, okay? So many. Oh boy, that final level is brutal. No cover, and just an entire assault of the graveyard undead army, I guess, right? Oh boy, there's so many that attack you, okay? You're gonna be running through so many items. Try not to panic. Keep focused. You'll make it through. Ideally, with some kind of item on the ground and one in your pocket, right? Sometimes you'll get lucky, sometimes you won't. You'll get something, hopefully. On my first run when I beat the boss, I had a sheriff's badge and another sheriff's badge spawning for me. So it was a joke of a boss battle. You're not gonna get that lucky most of the time. Like on my flawless run, a tombstone dropped. It's not nearly as helpful. Ideally, you're gonna want to have a sheriff's badge in that pocket or a heavy machine gun. Those 2 things will save your life coming up for this final boss with Fector. Here's why this achievement's the hardest and rarest in the game. We've got to beat Fector flawlessly. This will be a horrible, horrible fight if you don't have a sheriff's badge or a heavy machine gun. Odds are you've come across one of those in the last couple of fights, and that's on you to pick it up and desperately try to save it. With a watchful eye, spacing, and a sheriff's badge or heavy machine gun, you'll burst down this Fector son of a bitch bastard in no time. BAM! That is a really low percentage achievement. 0.05% on console and a 0.9% on Steam. Wow. That is the lowest percentage achievement I think I have. bask in this cute, wonderful ending, you've done it! Join the 0.05% club on console and the 0.9% on Steam. The rarest achievement in Stardew Valley is now yours and mine. And that's how I beat the Prairie King and Fector's challenge. So basically, I have only two achievements in the game, and they're both through the arcade machine in Stardew Valley. Oops. I don't even know how to play this game.